A Fiery Love, Chapter 3, Revelation. A couple of days had passed, and Spike had slept well since he received Sakura's herbal tea. He seems to have moved on, but still has strong feelings for Twilight. An early lunch, Spike hears how the knocks on the gate. He opens. Outside stood a grey stallion. "Good day. Is Twilight Sparkle at home? My name is Starflower," asked. "Well, she is at home," said Spike. But before Spike said anything more, Twilight appeared. "Sweetheart, you're early," said Twilight. Then Spike, completely amazed. He was Twilight's boyfriend, a unicorn. He felt his anger was rushing. "You must be Spike. I heard so much about you," he said. "The same," said Spike. Spike tried to keep calm, but it wasn't easy. "Are you ready to go?" Starflower asked. "Well, I'm done," she said. Twilight asked back her answer. "Nice to meet you," said Spike. After Twilight leaving with Starflower, Spike closed the door and screamed a full headache. "What is it she's saying in here?" Spike asked. "Although she's apparently happy with him," said Spike. Spike was so furious, he ran through the corridors, through the castle, until he calmed down again. Spike tried to forget everything by performing some tasks it seems to help. It was later when Starflower took the Twilight back to the castle, he could see from a distance how the kisses were so crushed his heart even more. Thanks for the wonderful day," said Twilight. "It is you should have had a thank you," said Starflower. Twilight was so happy she passed Spike without noticing him. Spike, however, had a feeling Starflower had a hidden deed. He used to find out what it could be. The following day, Spike began following Starflower around inside his city. As long as everything seemed to be calm, until he saw Starflower with another mare in a restaurant in the center. "How does the plan go so far?" she asked. "Everything goes according to plan. As soon as I'm married to Twilight, I will divorce her myself after 2 months. Then I will inherit half of her fortune and gain access to the other princess by improving our company," he said. "Then we can be married and live by health," she said. "Cheers on that," said Starflower. But Spike was terrified how he could do that to Twilight. He was right about Starflower. He quickly got to the castle. He used to tell right away. Spike found Twilight in the kitchen. "Twilight, can I talk to you?" Spike took a deep breath and began to tell everything to Twilight. He could see her happy smile changing quickly to sadness. For Twilight knew that Spike would never lie to her. How can this happen to me?" "You don't deserve him," says Spike. "I will reveal him tomorrow," says Twilight. Twilight gave Spike a hug for his support, and he could feel the kind beating of her heart. Twilight could hardly sleep that night. Spike could hear her cry. He went to her room, tapped on the night gently on the door. "Come in, Spike." Spike slowly got in and saw her tearful eyes. "How are you, Twilight?" "I can't stop thinking about what you told me," she said. "Do you want me to sleep here?" Spike asked. "Yes, I want that," said Twilight. Spike went up to her bed and lay down next to the bed on the floor. She hugged Spike. She kissed her, and soon they both fell asleep. The next day, both planned to reveal Starflower when he came to the castle. Very well soon, the Starflower appeared at lunchtime at the castle. He stepped inside in the cutie map room. "Hi, darling," said Starflower, but Twilight was silent and just looked at him. "Is something wrong going on?" "Yes, you," said Twilight. "What do you mean?" "I know you used me for your own sake and your secret girlfriend," she said. "Before you say anything, I heard and saw everything yesterday at the restaurant," said Spike. "You can't trust him," asked Starflower. "Yes, I can, and it's over between us. I will never want to see you again." Starflower was speechless, but said nothing, but just looked at them both with angry eyes and left the castle when he realized his plan had failed. Twilight stayed on the throne and felt proud and alone again. Spike could then see that she was sad again. He wanted to do something for her. Then he came up with the right thing to do. He stepped in the front of Twilight and looked at her. "Twilight, there's one thing I want to tell you," Spike said. "What is it, Spike?" Spike was silent for a moment and felt it was like an eternity. "I love you with all my heart," Spike said. Twilight looked at Spike with a big surprised face, and he felt so hard, so warm inside his heart. It was like having butterflies, and he was blushing a lot. Even Twilight suddenly started blushing too. But Spike then felt so embarrassed, and before Twilight could say anything, Spike left the room and flew away from the castle as fast as he could. She was so stunned about what the revelation that Spike had told her. Even Spike was so blushing after he told her that. He flew away to the mountains and found a small cave where he stayed to calm down. He felt his heart was beating so fast. He needed to calm down. Now that I told her, I wonder what she will happen now. I could see that she was really shocked about this. I don't know what she will tell me after this, or how it will affect our friendship, but it was for the best that I told her about it. He remained in the cave. He watched later when the sun was going down in the horizon and how the moon was rising. He didn't leave the cave for a long time. He was still sitting there and wondered what Twilight's reaction will be when he returns back to the castle. "Maybe I shouldn't return back to the castle. Maybe she will hate me after I told her that," Spike said. "I really care about her. Maybe I should leave Ponyville and move somewhere else so far away from here so I won't bother her anymore." He sat there for a while longer. He even made a small fire in the cave to give some light, while thinking of what to do. After being thinking for a few hours what to do, "I think it's best to go back and take the reaction stand from her. After all, I love her," said Spike. He then blew out the fire and left the cave and flew back to Pony. When he arrived to the town, it was dark. It was silent since every pony had gone to bed. Even the castle was dark, since the clock was around 4 a.m. in the morning. He landed outside the castle and walked in. He stepped silent through the corridors so Twilight wouldn't hear him. He stepped inside his room and laid in his bed silent, looked at the roof. He sighed, while looking at the self-glowing stars in the roof that Twilight put there when he was 10 years old as a gift. "I wonder what Twilight will say after I told her that I love her more than anything, Spike said. Since I truly love her, but I will understand if she doesn't love me back in the same way. Spike continued to look at the roof before he fell asleep. That night, he had a little hard to sleep. It happened that he woke up a few times during the night, but always fell back to sleep.